Hello, everybody. How are you all? Can you let me know if you can hear me, please? Good evening and welcome to Sunday night. Who do we have here? We've got Best Willow, hello, and Kelly S. Alan, the person to blame for the scampi, good evening. Oh, Patrick, look out for roundabouts. Oh, yeah, for Milton Keynes. Definitely. So, how are we all? It's a lovely Sunday evening. Bear with me. It's a bit warm, so I'm just going to put the fan on so I don't roast to death. There we go. Pop that on. Who have we got? Joe, hello. Carol, good evening. Kelly, don't drive. Good thing in Milton Keynes, I have to say. Jill, prepper for the. Good evening, Jill. I'm so sorry to hear about the pupper. But I know he had a good life with you, so you can definitely take comfort in that. Crazy Solo, good evening. Annie, good evening. So, yeah, look at us here on a Sunday night. Avril's here. Raquel, hello. This is great. What a fabulous Sunday evening. So, if you've seen the videos this morning, I did some huge shopping today. Like, huge shopping. Yeah, back to, you know what your mum told you years and years ago, never ever go shopping when you're hungry. Normally, if I go to Lidl's at 8 o'clock in the morning, I haven't eaten, but I'm only there for maybe 20 minutes and then I go do breakfast. But of course, I didn't this morning. Ben, good evening. Nice to see you. This morning, I went to Lidl's. Then I went to, well, Lidl's was utterly useless. Then I went to the Food Warehouse, which is Iceland, and it was utterly useless. Good evening, Joe. Nice to see you. So then I nipped up to Patrick's for a cup of tea, and I was basically killing time till 9 o'clock when Farm Foods opened. So I didn't eat anything, although Patrick did offer, bless him. So of course, by the time I got to Farm Foods, seriously hungry. So I just bought up half the shop. You'd think I would have more sense, wouldn't you? Carol, confidence to buy stuff. You haven't looked at food, so get the confidence to buy all that stuff today. What if you don't like it or it's poor value? Yes, I get exactly where you're coming from, Carol. That is why I'm quite lucky in that where I work, there's a lot of different people eat different things. So that has, well, they laugh at me basically. I now put salt and pepper in food. I only started using pepper a year ago. I genuinely, it was only ever salt I put in my food. But when they make something for lunch for everybody, they use so much more seasoning than me. So I'm like, okay, I'll put a little bit of this in, a little bit of that in. And what I've found for things like stir fries and if I'm making a creamy sauce, sometimes paprika is quite mild. So that's a good wee thing to start with. Pesto on my pasta, that was another good thing. Just to take it from the typical British bland evening. Or bland food, should I say. That's basically because people have said hello. So, but yeah, that's how I started, Carol, was just little bits. Joe now wants scampi. Yep. Milton Keynes. Yeah, definitely the best. Well, start small. Mary, good evening. How are you? Carrot pepper for the first time last year. See, oh, paprika on chips. Best will, good plan. Paprika on chips is nice. So yeah, it took me forever. But then I have to tell you, we are obviously rural Scotland. But it was obviously like meat and two veg. That was the basic food. And my parents worked at a hotel. And dad then went and he was a lorry driver and stuff. And mum decided she learnt from one of the people that she knew. She learned the recipe for bolognese. And so she made bolognese with spaghetti one night, which Dad had never seen. He threw it in the fire. Obviously wasn't married to me because that wouldn't have happened. He'd have starved first. But he was not willing to change that. It took years before we started eating different food. So yeah, I don't think the Brits are that good at that. But yeah, just little bits at a time. Alan, the 3 packs of scampi was a good deal. However, someone's put in the comments saying that this scampi they got didn't have a lot of scampi meat in it. So my daughter Kathleen is the aficionado, so she'll be getting the first hit to see whether it's happy with it. Scampi is breaded shrimp. I think so, Kelly. Something similar anyway. Oh yeah, Carol, don't give up before trying. Definitely try, because it does make a big difference. Susan, good evening from Kent. Sarah, smoked paprika. Yeah, it's good as well. Joe, oh, Chinese to be delivered. Nice. Best. I do not know what I would do without my freezer. I think obviously because I'm rural, the freezer is just a necessity. We have had Patrick on the can you please get me a thing, because he's the electrician. So it's like, I don't care what happens if we have a power cut, but I need my freezers to still be running. So that's his department for winter, just in case. Because I have a big chest freezer and I have an upright freezer. So I would hate to be without them. Not enough hours in the day. Oh, I know that feeling, Ben. Georgia's Garden, good evening from Texas. Slave to No Man, how you doing? Nice to have you here, welcome. At the moment, we're talking food and expanding our palates. And basically, there's a lot of us who don't seem to do things like that. Changing the way you eat. I have some workmates who are Polish, and Polish sausage. And the other thing, the cabbage dumpling things, pierogi is the other one. Really, really nice, but I would never have done that. I would never have tried that had they not brought it through to me on a wee plate saying, here, have this, we made you lunch. And it was really, really nice. So that's how I got into expanding what I managed to eat. And yeah, the Polish sausage, because when I took Jeffrey through to work, because the boss had done a barbecue the week before, but he just had one of the wee gas-fired things. So I was like, look, I've got this thing. Try Jeffrey. And he stacked it full. I mean, there was so much Polish sausage. And there's one that seemingly it's a white sausage and it's got quite a lot of potato in it or something, but it was really, really nice. So that's more things that I have learned to do or to eat and enjoy, as I say, which is different from, your normal mincing potatoes and such. Let's see. Yep, Polish sausage, pierogi. Ben, you're absolutely right. Generator, but that's Patrick's department. I do the shopping, he does the fixing. Planet Skin after a hugely complicated oh goodness. Yeah. You take care of yourself, Best Willow, because sometimes those things are just, it just becomes too much. Good evening, Alabama Whitman. Finished a small batch of dandelion balm. I haven't heard of that. What does that do? Do I want to be making that? Meat only diet from 1st of August. No, Slave to No Man, I have to say I haven't done that. Georgia's Garden, cornbread. What is cornbread? Because I've read that on a few places, and I don't actually know what cornbread is. And I'm like, I'm just not even going to say, because I would probably be wrong. Oh, Paula, congratulations on the new grandson. Nice. Oh. Susan, yeah, Polish donuts. It's called Fat Thursday. It's just before Lent. So do you know how Lent begins on a Friday? they have Fat Thursday and they eat loads of donuts. And the Polish people that I knew, just masses and masses of donuts. Not that I'm going to argue, I thought it was fabulous. Slice up the sausage and fry it in a skillet with a pierogi. Oh, nice. I quite like that thought. Caroline, good evening. Susan, about the donuts. Yep. It's like cream for cracked skin and stuff. Use it on bug bites. Nice. Savoury cake. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I did not know that. Mary in for Donut Day. Oh, yeah. So many of us in for Donut Day. It was. And I mean, it just is. We have to, sit and eat donuts all day. What can I say? It would be rude not to. Yeah, so, but yes, as I say, cornmeal, about 2 cups mixed with an egg, little oil, buttermilk, then bake. I need to see if I can find cornmeal or sort of polenta type thing. I shall investigate. Thank you very much for that. Because at the moment we are up for new things. Like I found if you saw the shopping today, they've got the pre-baked rolls and things. That was somebody at work said that they have them for breakfast all the time. It's like, really? Faff? Not a faff with an air fryer. It's actually really nice. And we had the pre-baked rolls from the shops. Sarah, I think that is a fabulous idea. Do a donut Sunday where we all sit down. I think we should definitely do something like that. That would be good. Pam, good evening from Benbecula. Goodness, are you getting rained on out there? Because the rain here has been just ridiculous. Caroline, you got to Wimbledon. Oh, fantastic. I'm so pleased you did get there. That was really good. Georgia's Garden, it's white or yellow, either works. It isn't sweet, it's usually served with dinner. Ah. Havrold Donut Sunday sounds excellent. Challenge myself is to buy something new from the treat of the week. That's a good idea, Anne, actually. Nova, good evening. You're here. No such thing as being late to the chat. Sainsbury's sell corn. Oh, Kelly, I will check. Patrick's and Patrick, go and check Sainsbury's in Perth and see if it's got cornmeal, please. Thank you. I think Donut Sunday is a fabulous idea. Shall we make a plan? Next Sunday, donuts. I think next Sunday donuts sounds like a really good plan. Then I get to go to the shop and I get to go and choose donuts, even although I don't actually need them or need anything. Donut Sunday every week. I could be convinced to do Donut Sunday every week, or just different cake Sunday every week. That sounds like a plan as well. Clara, good evening. Welcome. Nice to see you. Ben, yeah, I'm with you on that. Any excuse to eat a donut, I'm in. Yep. This can help with weight gain and building confidence. See, look at us helping each other. See, we're going to sit and we'll chat and we'll have cake and donuts and stuff. Dodie. Oh, Dodie. That sounds quite fun, doesn't it? I like that. Right, okay, so we have an agreement next weekend. Next Sunday at 8:30, I shall be here with a selection of cakes, most likely donuts. Joe, now I want scampi and donuts. Yep, that'll be the one. Donut Day is Fat Thursday, Kelly. It was the Thursday before. At least that's what my Polish friends tell me. Alan, you tried German deep fried pickles? Ooh, I haven't heard of them. See, all these little different things that you can try. But can you eat a donut without licking your lips? Don't care. Just going to eat the donuts. Caroline, you don't have to eat donuts. I'm going for cake. Any kind of cake is good. That would be a good thing. Poland Church has a slightly different calendar from YouTube. I have no clue. I just enjoy it when they bring me the donuts. You know, you're sitting there at work, typey, quite happy, and then suddenly knock on the door. It's Fat Thursday. Here's your donuts. Yummy. So, yes. Oh, now, free cake next week for birthday. Good. Nice to know. Cakes that are easy to find, like Mr. Kipling. Yes, Mr. Kipling is good, although it's getting exceedingly expensive now. Patrick was just looking at Mr. Kipling. You know, it used to be £1 and now it's like almost £2. Sarah, a slice of lemon drizzle. You see, that's nice. When Patrick was saying about the Mr. Kipling, I'm like, is it worth me actually? Is it worth me baking? Because it doesn't take long to throw together like a sponge cake. But of course, that's then putting on the oven. So what do I do the oven? Or could I possibly, if I've got a small enough cake tin, could I do it in the air fryer? Or am I just becoming obsessed with the air fryer now? Because it's fabulous. €4. Most have gone to £2, some are £1.50. Ouch. Molasses cookies. Oh. Pam, I haven't heard of molasses cookies. I shall need to look that up. Thank you for that. Evening, Paranormal. How you doing? Red velvet's nice, Carol. I quite like it, I have to say. 25 minutes to bake Victoria sponges. Yeah, you see, that's a long time. I'd need to make sure the oven was filled. Which means, how many baking trays can you get into your oven if you fill it up? Because I've got 2 shelves and I could put 2 Victoria sponge trays, like sandwich tins, on each shelf. So that's only 4 cakes, but 25 minutes in a thing. So yeah, don't know. Crazy Solo, what can you make in the air fryers? Do you know what? I have to say, the air fryer for me, what it's done is I eat a lot healthier with it, because obviously a lot of veg is just boiled up. But I really like roasted veg, but I wasn't putting on the oven, especially if it was only me, or even if it was Patrick and I. Then it's a lot of power for a veg side. And so I have found that I literally I'll have my carrots, my turnip, beetroot, potatoes, anything like that. And thanks to all the comments on the channel, instead of trying to dip my veggies in the oil, I put them in a tub and I shake them. Oh, have you come through tonight? Have you? Unclaw me. Pippa. Okay, so we have a Raven this evening who's just in from the outside. Hey, baby. Where's my kiddo? See? Look at this. This has been more than 3 seconds. Are we impressed, people? And she's off. So for anyone who hasn't met, that is Raven. She's a little black pussycat. And she is normal. Oh, Joe, go enjoy your food. Enjoy the Chinese. Glad it's there. Carreno, good evening. Nice to see you. Paranormal. Exactly. Intrigued by the Paranormal channel. Like to try something to find good. What? Cook Sisters. Huge favourite. Oh, okay. I need to go and Google that, because that was it. But yeah, that's back to my air fryer. So yeah, the air fryer does a lot, like for veggies, etc. It is absolutely saves you so much money on the oven, so much time because you literally half the cooking time that it says on the instructions. And now I've got these pre-baked rolls that I have. Chips is perfect, absolutely perfect. I had so many of them last night. I had potatoes that I had to use, so I just had to make chips because otherwise I'd be wasting the potatoes. So that is, I mean, for me, that's lovely. I have not had like real potato chips. They've always been frozen for years, and the air fryer is making it so easy, and it's not really like dipped in oil because you're just shaking them about in oil and then cooking them. Um, Clara, I know what you mean about black cat, but you're not getting mine. um, BCTV, good evening. Nice to see you. Digby, hello. Hot in Texas, 40 Celsius. Oh, I struggle at 20. I would be just in a melted puddle at 40. That would just be awful. Sarah, yep. I mean, we're always like cooking for one or two, so the air fryer is okay. Sarah, that took me a little while for the um, black martial arts expert, but yes, I know what you mean now. Well, Kelly, do you know what can I say? Patrick brought me a whole bag of potatoes, and I had already bought a bag, so they have to go. Um, Anyone who's on gas, is anyone having the gas slowed down in the oven? I am fully electric here, Ben, unfortunately, which is why I got a wood burner. I have to say, I am so glad I got that because the prices are ridiculous. Um, Good evening, Paranormal. It is so nice to see you, and thank you for watching the adverts. Much appreciated. Donuts plated, deep fried, and smothered in syrup. Oh, that sounds lush. 40 degrees, you could bake outside. Yep, just about. I know this is like major hungry. Chicken Kievs on air fryers. Oh, yeah. Chicken Kievs are beautiful. Chicken steaks, anything that's breadcrumbs, your fish, your chicken things, fish fingers, chicken Kievs, anything like that is really good. But what I have found, healthiness, look at me being healthy. Do you know what's really good? Is chicken skewers. Mandy got some when Jeffrey was still at work, and she got some from the local butchers. You know, with the stick with the bits of chicken and peppers and onions, and they took so little time, but they were just cooked perfectly. So I'm now up for doing the skewer things. The ones I bought from Farm Foods did not have the veggies on them, but I will just do the veggies at the same time. Wet them first and they don't burn in theory. I'm presuming the butchers did something with that, Clara, because they didn't burn. But I think as well, because it was the air fryer, it's half the time. So you don't have to worry about the wood because it's Ben, sorry, onion rings in the air fryer. Onion rings in the air fryer would be good. Spring rolls are really good in the air fryer as well. Oh, that's not so good, Carol. We don't like it when it doesn't do that. Oh, bake setting for Kievs. I have a bake setting in Jeffrey. I will maybe have a look at that. You ought to see the look I'm getting from this cat just now because I've got stuff on the seat that she normally sits in. I am getting proper side eye. Oh, we do like that, honestly. Now, what was the other thing I was going to tell you about, apart from the fact of my shopping went ridiculously ridiculous? But yet, someone had said in the comments that they've noticed in Lidl's there's a lot less reduced items. And someone else has said that. Are you finding that as well? in the shops that the reduced items are few and far between. Because that going into Lidl's today was, I'm so glad I had sorted out farm foods, because for me to drive all the way to Perth to get that out of Lidl's, I would have been fizzing if that had been all that I'd managed to buy. And the fact that I went to Food Warehouse as well, and they had like nothing reduced, it was really, really bad, really quite bad. Oh, good. Other people have done that. Yeah, well, offers are just not, they're not as good now. And I know when I first said I was looking at using the farm foods vouchers, and someone had said in the comments, and they were quite right at the time, and they said that why do that's just advertising, it's getting you through the door, you're just doing what they say sort of thing, or being led. But and he was like, get your buy one get one free, get your half price offers. I haven't seen them in a long time. And looking up on the websites, because it was always Tesco and Asda that I use, although I'm not speaking to Tesco just now. But I haven't seen buy one get one free in a long time. Has anybody? Or is it now all the reward cards that they're using for the offers? Because, it would make perfect sense, especially if we're doing a shop like I did today, to get everything on the buy one get one free or the half price offers. But I'm just not seeing them. And I was just wondering, has anyone else noticed this? Is it all just loyalty card offers that we're getting nowadays? Or are you still seeing some offers? Like, I mean, the farm food offers were great today. And because I had the vouchers, but that's, you only get so many. But I just thought I'd put that out there and say, has anybody else noticed this? Let me just have a look to see what the comments, because I just kept talking there, sorry. So, same in US, not as much on sale. Trying to eat what's in season. Yep. Home Bargains have also been much emptier in the past few weeks. Oh, I haven't been in Home Bargains for a while. Carol, I think you could be right. It's offered to supermarket prices where they get the loyalty card data. Clara's not seen buy one, get one free. Paranormal, nope, not shown online. Crazy Solo, only loyalty discounts. Okay, Farm Foods have an app. I don't think so, Best Willow. Sarah, no bog offs for months, yeah. Well done, go you. Yeah, well done, you go you, Kathy. Great to see you here. Gas oven costs well more so. Yeah, I think talking about the air fryers again, if you're taking from an oven, and imagine me in an electric oven. Kelly, say good night to the kiddo, and nice to see you. Take care. Good morning, Shell. You've got half price. Well, half price is good. Nova, she's on just loyalty card. Careno, not seen. AD Sunshine, good evening. Few and far between the sales, and mostly it just goes down to the old regular price. What gets feet in the shop and special prices is doing it. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know Paranormal. I know that as far as I know, the electricity has stopped. The help for the electricity payments has stopped. Mandy, good evening. No apologies required. We're just talking about sales in supermarkets and prices. I was just saying that I haven't seen any half price offers or any buy one get one free. Oh, and if you saw the farm food shop today, the Maggi noodles. I said it when I lifted it that the Maggi noodles, I was sure it used to be 5 in a pack. It was. The pack that's in my stash that I only got like last week, it had 5 in it. That's now gone down to 4. So the Maggi multi-pack of noodles is now down to 4, which is not good. Nova, same in Ireland. Farm foods are selling less and less food, more and more stuff. Loads of pasta, noodles, micro rice. Now there's more and more chocolate. Oh, have to say, Kathy, there was loads of pasta and stuff and loads of rice in my one. But I have to, my one has moved. There used to be a big Farm Foods, and then it went down in size, and then they reopened. They went back to the old place, and when it was bigger, that's when they started doing a lot more, like, as you say, proper food. There are lots of websites for low prices at the used by dates. Yeah, getting the stuff up here though, Carol, because of my postcode, a lot of the time it's like, oh, you're the Highlands. Not impressed. Marilyn, you get £15 off an £80 online shop with Asda every so often. How do you manage that? I need to know. Definitely. Tell all, Marilyn. We need to know how you get £15 off an £80 shop. No, but yeah, things are definitely getting smaller. That is for absolute sure. Sarah M, the spreadable butter was 500 grams. Now the pack is 400 grams. See, just not fun. Delivery. Oh, Isle of Wight. Yeah, you'll have problems with that. Couldn't get jam the other day. That's not good. Kat, good evening. All good here. We're talking severe lack of offers on food in the supermarkets. And now we're also having that Crazy Solo couldn't get jam the other day. That's not good at all. Julie, good evening. Good to see you. And thank you. Love my shopping. Yeah, I don't love my shopping sometimes, honestly. Right, Kathy, let's see this. Wilkinger hot dogs in jars. Last year, 7 hot dogs plus 1 free, so 8 hot dogs, £1. And this year, 5 hot dogs, £1.50. Okay, shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is definitely huge. Carreno, Oban. Oh yeah, you're never getting any decent delivery deals at all. There's a huge failure. Don't think go. Digby, don't you worry about that because I am exactly like you. I had put on the channel about how I'd grown all my little seedlings, and I was so excited, and there was green bits coming through and everything, and it all just went bleh. I mean, I can't grow things from seed. I'm going to have to keep trying because I think it just has to be done. But best thing I have done is try mung beans, MUNG, mung beans. Try them and do them sprouty things, and that gives you bean sprouts, and then you feel at least you can grow stuff. Because I'm really proud of the amount of bean sprouts I grow just now, because I can't grow anything else, I have to say. Jam was not getting crazy. So I have definitely, I mean, I'm making a whole load of jam. I haven't done it this year yet, but I need to get over to the strawberry and raspberry farm. Shrinkflation together with inflation. I totally agree, Martin. It's like hitting us from both sides. Oh, until my partner stepped on a pumpkin flower, and he's a gardener. Oh, bless. Bean sprouts. Hopefully I can't screw that up. Yep, I am with that one. I'm with you on that one. The bean sprouts have been an absolute great thing for me. Because, as I say, it means that I can grow something. So I'm not a complete failure. Ben, thank you for that. Yes, I have looked money shelled out for a greenhouse for it. It feels like a waste. Nothing's a waste, Digby. There will always be something you can do with that, and you just learn little bits at a time. I did try and do the green lentils, but I can't find the green lentils in my house anywhere. I don't know what I've done with them. But no, being funny, I don't think the vegetables are going to get much cheaper. So I think the more we can grow, the better. I don't think it's going to get any easier. Prices certainly aren't going to go down to where they were before. So anything we can grow that saves us having to buy it is going to be a good thing. And it's like, as I said, when I was at where was it? Lidl's, there was a lot of the ready meals were reduced. And I have been known to do a ready meal, granted a few years ago, but I have been known to do the ready meals, especially when mum and dad were still about, and we would do that. And I'm just not up for it now because the flavour to me is so different. I would rather prep cook, I'd rather batch cook and have my own food in little tubs in the freezer to come out rather than take like cottage pie or bolognese that's mass produced. I would rather do that in my own tubs. Let's just see what we've got. Just keep trying to grow stuff. Yeah. Snail patrol every night. I had snails, not impressed. Oh, potatoes. Yes. Good plan, Ben. Potatoes. I have some sprouting potatoes in my cupboard. I think I might just throw them in some compost and hope. Tops of carrots. I haven't tried Best Willow, but I definitely have done sprouting potatoes. Slugs and snails. Clara, have you got now? There's a question. Toad in the garden. Was it a toad or was it a frog? Because I opened my back door one night, and granted, it was when I had the cabbages and lettuces growing, and I opened the back door, and there was this thing, and the cat just stood and looked at it, and it was like a toad or a frog, but I don't know which one. But it was a definite hoppy thing because it hopped off my pathway. So yeah, definitely a toad. He's hiding in some logs. Oh, that one, the one in my place was heading for my log pile. So yeah, it's probably a toad. Yep, window ledge doing that. Easiest fruit to grow, not really sure, but I have got 2 plum trees now. Now, obviously, I'm not getting something off them this year, but I intend to have enough plums to make jam and stuff. Justine, no apologies required. It's great to have you here. But the plum trees at the moment, I think they're probably about 2 foot tall, and I got them in. They're supposed to be dwarf ones to stay in a pot. So I've put them into a bigger pot, and as I say, we're not going to get anything this year, but next year I will hopefully have plums, maybe, or maybe in 2 or 3 years' time. Not really, don't know. Ben, absolutely right. Strawberries are really easy fruit to grow. Oh, good evening, Belio. How you doing? Hedgehogs. Check out Wallflowers UK in the shorts, I think it is. But she found out a hedgehog in her garden, and you see her chasing, and then you see this little hedgehog with things in its mouth going, "Oh no, someone can see me." Marianne got that. I thought it was fabulous. Raspberries. I haven't tried raspberries. Oh, birds. Yeah. Oh, you have had a birthday. Congratulations. Many happy returns. Just be able to grow down about Georgia's garden. I have to put mine in bags because where my house was built used to be a petrol station. I used to get my petrol like here. So my soil is going to be awful. So I need to build it up. So at the moment, I grow potatoes in like grow bag type things. Oh, Kelly. Now there you go. Education, people. Seemingly, hedgehogs don't live in the USA except as pets. They're not in the wild. See, I thought, if it shows how stupid I am, I never even thought about that. Green Moon, good evening. Thank you for that. But yeah, ready meals, I'd rather cook my own. 58, welcome to the club. The same age as me when I have my birthday, which is not till October. Do you know I have to think about that sometimes? It's ridiculous. Um, oh, bless. Best of luck. I'm glad it was almost Student the Hedgehog. Oh, crazy solo birds flying into the. Oh, Kelly S. No, no, we don't do porcupines. They are too huge and too scary. Definitely. But yeah, the Green Moon, you're absolutely right. That I think having eaten the quick meals with mum and dad, that was fine. But once I stopped, when they both went into the care home and I started cooking for myself, if I eat a ready meal now, it just seems to be so bland. Um, and it has flavors in it that I don't want. So yeah, that's indeed. I definitely have to do that. Snail trap beer in low container levels. See, I I don't have beer. I have to say, and I'm sort of like I don't really want to go out to do that, but then sometimes I do. All I need to do is grow some more veggies, and then I'll be all stuff. Sorry, I'm just um. But yeah, 38. We have a young stripling, Willow. Look at you. Yes, porcupines. We don't really want to have porcupines because they're. How much room do I have in my garden? It's what I call a postage stamp, which is probably about 15 foot by 10 foot. So there's not that much room, but it is like if I put a spade in it, it's just a load of stones and stuff. It's awful. It's not actually nice. Can't Julie get a food saver? Food saver? Is that the vacuum sealer? I haven't got a vacuum sealer yet because I'm not sure how much I would use it. I think just because I'm so used to the using the little Tupperware tubs, because then I just take it to work with me and it just gets thrown in the microwave and stuff. Um, okay, Julie, yeah, okay. I may have to look at a. Oh, can get more stuff in the freezer. Really, don't encourage me to put more stuff in the freezer. Patrick will kill me. Bless him. He came in this morning. They had. I went out to the van to go and empty it after doing the shopping, and my neighbours were saying hello and everything. Of course, I opened up the back of the van, and I'd said to my neighbour, I was like, "Oh yeah, just been shopping," and she's like, "Shopping? You sure you're not going to start a shop or something?" Because I had so much stuff. But it was, it was just, it had to be done. I was there, it was payday, I was hungry, and I spent loads. But I had vouchers. So all in all, today in farm foods, I got £12 off because I had vouchers. I got the five. I hadn't quite hit the £60 with the bulk buy, which is why I went and got the tuna. That took it up to the £60. It was £65 dead, and then I got £5 off of that, so that was down to £60. And then when I did the actual shoppy shop with the frozen stuff, it was however much £90. So I got a £5 voucher and a £2 voucher off, so that was like £7. So that was definitely good. More stuff in yeah, no. And I was like, no, is that? Oh, saves freezer burn and stuff. Oh, we like that thought. You had one last month and it tasted best before last October, yet totally fine. Oh, there you go. See? Yeah, my UHT skimmed milk doesn't seem to go over its time. Um, So that's quite weird. But yeah, I think I can use it for maybe a couple of weeks over its time, but by then it starts to get a bit iffy. So, but the stuff I bought today, it's dated for December, but considering I go through 2 cartons a week for my tea and such, that, you know, it was absolutely, oh, tablet with condensed milk, Carol. I haven't made tablet for ages. I did try a couple of years ago, but I just did not have the patience to do it as slow as it needed. Plus, electric cooker, you know, the heat's up and down and up and down. That can be a big pain. But yeah, condensed milk and tablet is really, tablet's just a fabulous thing to make with condensed milk. It has to be done. Generally, I don't know about date food. Well, I didn't think I did, but having done it at my parents' house, when I had to clear out their house, and I found some of the stuff in the back of the cupboard that I do not know when my mother got it, but it ran out of time like 3 years beforehand. You know, it's amazing what you find. And then even that time when I had videoed and said, you know, there were certain things that had gone out of date, which everyone assured me I didn't have to worry about. So I was quite happy with that, and I have now used it all, so that's good. So it all just depends on what you know and what you use. There's some things I've got in the cupboard that I bought when I first started prepping that I was so full of good intentions. Ben, what's tablet? Oh, Ben, you haven't lived, mate. You have not lived. Imagine fudge, but with a slightly more solid texture, and it melts in your mouth. It's just so fabulous. If I ever get back to making some, I'll send you some down. It's a Scottish sweet treat. It just is. It's basically a whole lot of sugar, a whole lot of butter, with condensed milk put in, and it's very, very slowly boiled and then beaten up to a certain consistency, and it's just fabulous. So yeah, that's the thing. Now we're just about 10 minutes before the end of the live. What I wanted to do this evening is, if you have a YouTube channel, can you please put it up in the comments so that we can all go and support one another, please? So that we all know where we are. Oh, Ben, you're so young. Bless your little cotton. You're younger than my daughter. Okay, I feel old now. Oh, Clara, he ate the last of the chocolate. Oh, his nose. That's not good. Oh, didn't realise Marianne was on. Yep, no, I stole David's spot. I thought it was clear. But yeah, if you have a YouTube channel, could you please put it in the comments so that we can all follow back on each other, and I can make a note, because I think that would be great to be supporting each other. Oh, Gabby Cabby's Andy the Gabby Cabby is having a birthday. Nice. I need to go and say happy birthday to him. That is good. But yeah, that's really, mostly today has been about shopping. All the best people have their birthday in July. No. Clara, thank you so much for being here. Catch you later. Night night. Yeah, well, you may what you like. So this week we will be doing working lots because Mandy's on holiday. And then probably, yeah, basically working lots and collapsing early. Julie, you're doing no spend. Careno, I'm with you. October, definitely the best time for having birthdays. Crazy Soul, too scared to go on camera to YouTube. Yeah, have to say that was a bit of a, it was a bit of a thing. Sticking my head above the parapet, as I say. But I thought it was going to be a bit different, a bit silly. I thought I'd get to speak to people and people would speak back, and they have, and it's been fabulous. I think we have a great time here. Bewley, no spend next week, I know that. Caroline, you're going out to go and take the dog out, go and have a good run. Julie, good evening. Justine, October as well, see? Where I was never in Canada except me. Kelly, that's why I've got both sorts of videos on here, because it's like some days I'm up for it and some days I'm not. Sarah's an October baby too. See, look at us, many October babies. Great communication on channels, I think. I think you're absolutely right there. I think we do very well. Well, how could you? She's okay, I suppose. You go be in big trouble. Too sanitized. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I definitely have other things that I don't do here anymore. Oh, Nadine, late to my life, but you still came. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, we definitely. There's a, well, as I say, I used to do a local website and local newspaper, but it just time-wise it took up too much. Whereas coming and chatting to everyone for 5 minutes of an evening is nice. And it's nice to get the comments. I know I don't always reply to them, for which I apologise, but there's some nights when I just come in and I basically crash and burn. Digby, thank you. That is so nice of you to say. I do appreciate that. And it's so nice when, you know, when I'm waking up in the morning and I see all the comments. That's normally my wakening up, is, you know, shout at the alarm, roll over, check the phone in case there's any emergencies, and then go and check my YouTube and see who's commented and how it's going. My channel is real life. It really is. Somebody was actually speaking about that. Who was? Oh, it was Patrick and I. And we were talking about, he'd seen some video somewhere, I think it was some TikTok something. And he's like, it's just so plastic and not real. And I was like, well, you know, we'd have a heart attack. Can you imagine me coming on with a face full of makeup? I think we'd all be phoning Patrick going, what have you done to her? What's wrong? Go get her back to normal. Because I don't have the time nor the inclination. Paranoid. The Idaho potatoes, are they not fabulous? Especially when you're going to a caravan holiday. Just brilliant. Oh, Jamie, thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, purely people must spend hours doing their makeup. I do not have time for that. I don't have time to be sitting there going, good evening, and how are we? Welcome to my life. It's a disaster zone, but it's a real disaster zone. And whatever I do, you normally find out about it, especially my fails, because we fail with things. Thank you for all the nice comments. But we do, you know, life is not perfect. And I remember the carrot chopping video where my hands were starting to hurt and I was so grumpy about chopping some carrots. And I'm sure you lot just ended yourself laughing. But that was what I was doing. And it was annoying me. And I was grumpy. And then the stupidity of dipping my carrots, my parsnips in the oil. And someone said, do you want to maybe put it in a tub with a bit of oil and shake it? I was like, oh, really? It's that simple. And that's what it is. So that is, you know, I forget things sometimes. Oh, thank you, Avril. Don't want to make up. Cypress potato. I haven't had Cypress potatoes for ages, Strummanheim. But then saying that, I only just got the Ayrshire the last time in that box. Reality, yeah. Do my makeup in 3. See, Digby, that's the thing. I never got into that routine. I just was It's not as this, it's a journey of learning. Do you know something? I have learned so much since I started this channel. I can now dehydrate things. I can make jam. I can pressure can. I can preserve. I have learned to bake bread, like real life, proper sandwich bread that I can make sandwiches from. I have learned so much doing this channel, not just from what I've done, but from what everyone's fed back to me, saying, oh, if you try this, it might make it easier, or if you try that, or the way I do it is this. And it's amazing I think this has been, although the channel's been online for ages, it's not much longer than a year, maybe say 18 months that we've actually started to grow the community. And I have learned so much just from trying things and also from getting the feedback from you lot. Kat, how are you? Yes, I was actually hoping David would come back, and I was just holding this space for him. But he doesn't seem to have come back so far, which is a shame. So down to earth and natural. Thank you, Sarah. Real people who we're all learning skills from each other. Exactly. And that is, and as I say, the stupidity of when I was using the air fryer for the veggies, put it in a tub with oil and shake. Really? Can't believe I didn't notice that before. So yeah. We are also learning. See, and this is the great thing is we're all learning from each other. Like that flatbread. How fabulous was that flatbread? And so fast. And obviously a bit messy, but it was really, really good. Purely congratulations. I am hoping to do that in the next 3 years, but Ben, are you still about? Possibly not. I have some weird things. I shall remove. There we go. And we shall remove that. Yes, it's I think it is. It's a community, and we're all doing really, really well on it. I said, Patrick, a willing guinea pig. Yeah, Patrick really enjoys it when I learn to cook things. So, yeah. Mary, yeah, see, that flatbread was absolutely... Janet, abroad for over 30 years, and it reminds you of home. Uh-huh. Go on, Janet, admit it, it's the accent. As I said, when I lived in London, I could spot a Scottish accent at 1,000 paces. You were just walking along, you'd hear the accent and go, and you knew. So, yeah. Overpaid and didn't waste money on expensive clothes. That's what I'm doing just now, Bewley. I had to remortgage much later in life after having an interest only. So I'm now rattling it as best I can. Okay. So I am going to go and sign off. If anyone has any questions before I head, please do let me know. Saving seeds. I saved pepper seeds. Pepper seeds? Yeah, I got reduced peppers and I saved the seeds and dehydrate. Well, I didn't dehydrate them. I just left them sitting. Night, Kareno. Thank you for that. Kelly, I like that. Bless. Willow, good night. So, yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. It's been a lovely Sunday. I am now going to go and make more tea and basically go and work out what I'm taking to work for lunch tomorrow and stuff. So have a great weekend. And donuts next week. Remember, I expect everyone to have donuts or an alternative type of cake. Well done on the spanner, Ben. We like that. All right, I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.